when I retired from graphic design, and I went back and did a painting course at Monash. I've always had this idea that I wanted to paint. And in 2003, again, I was looking at competitions. And at that point, I was going through all my snags that I kept. And I have kept pretty much everything that I've shot. And there was this series of photographs that I took of my family. Very few colour negatives that I've ever taken. Definitely documentary of the 60s. I wonder if I could reuse these in some form or shape. And my father at that time has started suffering from Alzheimer's. I kind of connected two things. The fact that focus is a bit like memory going. The old man couldn't remember what was happening right now, but he could remember a long time ago. So these photographs, when I scanned the images and put them in Photoshop, I started fiddling around with focus. They seemed to really talk to me about the idea that what my father was going through, So photography was so related to memory, and blurriness was so related to the lack of memory. That's what I wrote in the proposal. And lo and behold, I win the thing. I found out later, Leica wanted to pull the award because I was told the head honcho here in Australia, Melbourne, thought that it reflected badly on the Leica name, the blurry photographs. So obviously the guy didn't know anything about art photography and the concepts and so on. But to their credit, CCP stuck to their gun, but Leica, soon after, I think they only put one more and then they pulled out because they could see that stuff like that was going to happen. So they rewrote the rules so that there would be no manipulation of film negatives or any negatives for the following 2 years. It was biennial. And the guy from the A really got pissed off that, he didn't win with his series, but this weird sort of blurry photographs from the 60s won. A guy called James from the ABC were on the judging panel that year. He was one of the critics at the ABC. He said in a written thing afterwards, he said that he thought that it was the most interesting out of all the series of photographs there. I was blown away, and it really gave me a huge confidence boost that now I was at art school again. At 55, I was at art school. It was a bit like painting. When you enlarge them, it becomes a painting, essentially. And that was what I was trying to do as well. Well, those photographs, I think that's the best work that I've done, personally, I think.